Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Force here, continuing our Game of the Week coverage of Metro Last Light. In today's video I want to focus on two things. The first thing I'd like to focus on is showing you guys some of the crazy atmosphere that they managed to do a really great job of creating in this game. This is one of the most immersive and downright spooky post-apocalyptic games that I've ever played. I think they've just done a fantastic job of creating this world. The other thing I want to show you is what constitutes for boss fights here in this game. We've got a mini boss fight coming up, so I'd like you guys to be able to see that as well. Now starting off, as you make your way through the game, you're going to be using your compass to just see what's coming up here. So I can use my compass to see the direction that I need to move in. Now, as we start off, I want to let you know if you're worried about spoilers, I will be sure not to include any story spoilers here in this video, but this is a level that's a little bit later in the game. So if you don't want to see a later level because you happen to be wanting to play through the game yourself, then you might want to skip this. But if you're not worried about seeing the level and just don't want to hear any of the story, I'll be sure to not include any of that stuff. And for that reason, I'm actually not showing you the objective here that's on my compass. I'm just showing you the compass direction. Alright, so we got a guy coming up here, and we're also running out of air. If you notice on my watch, the timer says 0 seconds. So our filter has basically run out, so I've got to actually take off the mask, which applies a new filter, and then when I put the mask back on, we've got another 5 minutes. Okay, so let's talk about atmosphere. This is a level a little bit later in the game. Without telling you how I got here, I just need you to know that we're basically on the surface. There's two main areas in this game. There's the underground metro, and then there's the surface post-apocalyptic world. But just look around me here. We're in this nighttime setting. We've got the light from the moon shining through the clouds. You can see any of the water splash there on the mask that I have. And when we get that dirty or something, for example, I can show you here if I fall in the water. Oh, that's not full on water. Let me show you over here. I'll fall in the water, and when we do so, we get submerged here, and then he makes his way back to the top, to the nearest area. There's no swimming at all in these parts. And then, since your mask is covered, you can then clear it by hitting G again, so that you can see a little bit better. It's got a little smear across the visor as well. I just think it's so immersive. It really is. We got these guys running past. Go ahead and take him out with some silent shots, and here's the other guy. Oh, running out of clips there. There we go. Taken care of. Fantastic. But yeah, I just think they've really done a fantastic job of making an immersive world, and it can be really scary at times. There's certainly some jump scares to be had in this game, no question about that. I'm going to make sure this is charged up. If you're wondering what this is basically the charge for your light, and once it gets low, your light starts to dim, and then you can charge it up, and you're going to notice the light gets a little bit stronger in doing so. Okay, so I need to head on over in this direction. I believe we're heading right over here. We've got a whole bunch of these enemies in the background, which I can try to avoid and stealth around, or I can just straight up engage with. But we're going to try to avoid those guys, at least somewhat, because they can sort of get a little bit daunting when there's a whole group of them. So we're making our way through the marshes here, and not only the sounds in the background, such as the bellows from these beasts, but just, you know, the fog and the light from the moon, and just all that stuff. All these things combined. I don't know, I've just been really, really impressed with the immersiveness of this game so far. I really think that that's one of the huge positives that they've managed to pull through. Now, when I release my final impressions video, which will be another day or two from now once I finish the game, I'll definitely be talking about some of the negative aspects of this game, some of the problems I've had with it. But Immersion is not one of those problems. They've really crafted a fantastic world. All right, we've got a boss fight coming up here. Our goal is actually to make it on over into that building. And look at that, we still got some guys running down over there. So we're gonna go this way, I think, so that I can show you guys the boss fight as well. So this is the guy. He charges at me, runs by me. I try to get a few shots off, and then he just disappears off into the distance. So the first time I saw that, I'm all like, what the heck was that thing? It's just this monstrous creature that just sort of appeared from nowhere. But then we continue along our way here. We'll be encountering him again. Before we do that, though, I want to make sure that we've got some of these creatures here. There's the headshot. Yeah, that was a headshot. Fantastic. And another one right here. And I think there's another one. There it is. Alright, so those monsters have been cleared. Let's make our way to the building now. No problems here, no problem. What the heck? Exactly. This guy shows up and starts charging at us. He's got these huge little tentacle arms. He's got these huge tentacle arms that he's gonna start flinging at us. And basically what we have to do is try to get to a soft spot, which is behind him. And we're taking some damage. We'll be getting our little quick heals with the med kit there, with Q. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So I don't even know what this thing is called. There was no backstory to it, no explanation as to like who this monster is, why he came here. This is just part of the mutated wildlife that exists here in this game as a result of the fallout from the nuclear explosion. So I'm gonna just unload into him as much as possible. He actually nearly killed me the first time around. So I wouldn't be too surprised if he manages to do so again. Alright, we're all out of that ammunition. And he, luckily, has been pushed back into the water. So, well, that's great. I don't think we killed him, but he's at least gone for now. So that's something to celebrate. And then we'll make our way here into the building. So I'm getting pretty close to finish this game. Oh, we're almost out of... So listen to this here, when we run out of the filter. You can notice labored breathing. Starts coughing. Vision starts to get a little bit blurred. It's great. It's great. Then we finally put the mask back on with the brand new filter in it, which automatically gets placed, and all of a sudden we can see things much more clearly. We're breathing fine. And it's another great thing about this game is that they really create this tension when you're walking throughout the world. They do a great job of creating this tension that adds to the immersiveness from the fact that, hey man, you only have 5 minutes each filter, and once you run out of filters, that's it. Like, you need to find a way. So watch this. I'm gonna pick up this filter here. Notice it says 11:37. So that's the total time that I basically have left with my remaining filters. And if I do not find my way back underground, away from the toxic air that's above ground here, if I do not find my way back underground before I run out of filters, then I'm SOL. Quite literally. You'll just start suffocating until you eventually die, so. And they've got things like this right here. Take a look at this, little tripwires that you could accidentally just walk right into. We'll cut that to make sure I don't explode. And then they've got these right here that'll make noise when you walk right through them. You know, there are certainly complaints to be had about this game. How you feel about the story and the dialogue and the voice acting. There can certainly be issues raised where it falls a little short. But creating an immersive world is something that they do fantastically well, and it deserves high praise. Come on. This thing's running right by me. It's able to find another filter. And that's the church that I'm headed to. But we're not going to go all the way over there, because again, I don't want to spoil any of the story for you. But what I'll tell you guys is that this game is... It's continuing to impress me quite well. I just set the trap. There it is. You guys hear that wire that I just walked right over? It's really impressing me with the world immersion, and there haven't been a lot of boss fights like the one you just saw, but they do exist, showing up every now and then. And we will finish it up with the remainder of the boss fight. I guess I can't jump through this window, which will be right down here. Oh, we're safe. We've made it to our objective.
Come on, move it.
Our friends. Awesome. I'll be right there, guys. Just gotta walk over this little log here. Okay. The thing's back, and we gotta fight it. Alright guys, well that is going to do it here. Thank you so much for watching this video following our Game of the Week coverage here of Metro Last Light. A very immersive world. I'm really continuing to quite enjoy the game. We'll be getting some final thoughts here as the week wraps up and I finish the title, but I think it's pretty awesome. I do think it's a pretty sweet title. So thank you guys for watching. If you like the content, please subscribe, and as always, keep watching and keep owning. I'm gonna run out of ammo. Get down, funky creature. No! Oh no. Oh no, I'm stuck. 4 rounds left. Come on. Kidding me? Melee attack. Melee attack. This is not gonna work well. Come on, melee attack. Come on. Come on. I got you. Please kill him. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, we got it! They're getting away!